His girlfriend dumped him for someone else.
I found someone.
This old guy?
He has a 5-year plan.
What is it? Don't die?
Big Daddy is a film from 1999 starring Adam Sandler, who plays a guy called Sonny, who is struggling to mature and grow up as he's entering his 30s, but then all of a sudden he finds himself taking care of a young child. So Josh, you picked this one, so tell us a bit about why you picked it.
Yeah, I picked this one because I think it deserves a little bit more love than it got at the time. Listen, Adam Sandler can be quite polarising. He's made some good films, he's made some bad films, but I think this is probably one of his better efforts in terms of that comedy sort of drama balance. So if we look at the scores then, at the time of recording, it gets 6.4 on IMDb. The audience on Rotten Tomatoes give it 74%, which is quite high, and the critics on Rotten Tomatoes give it 39%. So if you work out the average, it's 59% or 5.9 out of 10. But I think that's low for me. But then equally, I have a lot of affection and nostalgia for this film. But anyway, had you seen this one before? What did you think?
I hadn't seen it before, but it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I have a tendency to underestimate Adam Sandler. I think some of my favourite things about this are just the story, the concept, how everything unfolds, and that all the characters actually feel like real people. We've spoken before about how we like the characters and the world of the film to feel like it existed before the film started and that it will continue to exist after the film ends. And I really feel that with this. And I think part of that is to do with Sonny being so likeable in some ways, but then so utterly flawed in other ways. And it's interesting that the ideas that he has about the world can be really helpful in learning how to parent, but then also really detrimental. Like, he doesn't know how to set boundaries for the child. But then also, because he's so relaxed, he creates an environment where Julian, who is the child, can completely be himself, and he feels like he's got a lot of freedom. And I really did like that element of it.
It's got a real emotional journey at the heart of this film, and I really like that. It's got a good balance. It is really, really funny, but it's also quite heartwarming in places, quite sad and emotional in places. There is a real tragic undertone as to why Julian, the little boy, is staying with Sonny in this. And I think you get to see both the main characters, both Sonny, Adam Sandler's character, and Julian, the little boy, go on a real emotional journey.
I think the main thing that I didn't really get on board with was how misogynistic and how offensive Sonny could be to some of the female characters. Now, I'm all for different types of humour, controversial humour, whatever. If it's a well-executed and actually funny and sophisticated joke, I'm here for it. But a lot of the shots he was taking at the female characters were just really cheap and overdone, and I was just a bit bored with it by the end.
So overall then, is 59% and 39% from the critics, what do you think? Is that underrated? Does it deserve a little bit more love? Are you going to let me have this one?
So it didn't blow me away, but I definitely don't agree with that critic score. I think that's way too harsh. So yeah, I reckon Big Daddy is underrated.